Hey, it is Dusty Thunder. I have a cake story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for calling out my friend for throwing away food I made? Trying to stay anonymous, so throw away. I, female 30, love cooking and baking and will gladly invite my friends over to eat whatever I've made. It has become a tradition of sorts to meet up at mine whenever I go on a baking spree, and the group overall really enjoys what I make. I have one friend, let's call him Jay, 28, with a compulsive need to throw away food. Wait, what? Hold on. Who has a compulsive need to throw food away? Stay out of my parties. Now, I know this, and he's explained to our group years ago that he's always needed to have food left on his plate by the end of the meal. Sounds like it should be no big deal, right? Huh. But this isn't just about stopping when you're full. Jay will eat his fill, having more than one portion, and then help himself to a third, sometimes fourth serving with one purpose: to throw it away. A month ago, a few friends ended up coming to mind because I had experimented with some new recipes. Jay ended up eating one large portion of food. He said he was full, but took another serving, which he ended up throwing away. He actively plated a second portion and then played with the food enough for me to not even consider saving it as leftovers for myself. Time for cake! Keep in mind, Jay was full to the point where he couldn't finish what was on his plate. Jay had a large slice of the cake, and this was a rather heavy cake. Once he had finished that, he still took more. I couldn't help it. I kept glancing at him to see if he had eaten, but nothing. He didn't touch it, just spread it around his plate. When it was time for Jay to leave, he left before everyone else. I asked if he wanted his food to go. He looked really startled, saying no. I asked again, mentioning that he'd be letting large portions of food go to waste, but I'd be happy to pack it up for him. He started laughing and joked about it. You know me, I can't leave an empty plate. Yeah, you can if you've finished your plate and you're full. There's no need to refill your plate only to throw food away, I said. Jay looked startled again, but doubled down and said that he doesn't like knowing that he's finished an entire plate of food. So he'll waste an entire additional plate of food so he doesn't feel like he finished the first plate. Here's where I might be the asshole, because I told him that him throwing food doesn't mean he ate less, and that it's fine if he's throwing food away that he cooked and paid for, but I spent 3 days slaving over that cake, and it's a pity to see somebody throwing that away when others could have enjoyed it. Since then, Jay usually shows up to hang out with us even after we've already eaten, saying that he eats at home, even if we're at someone else's or doing takeout. Most of our friends think that I had a valid point, a lot of them pointing out that in this economy, getting invited for food isn't something to take for granted, and that throwing food away for the sake of it is really rude. But a few have reached out to me because they thought it was an asshole move to call Jay out. Was I the asshole? No? Okay, hold on. What do you think? I don't think OP was the asshole here. Like, legitimately, you ate the entire plate of food, and the only reason that you were throwing more food on the plate is so that you can feel like you didn't eat as much in the first place. You were intentionally wasting food to make yourself feel better. I'm sorry, you're wasting food to intentionally attempt to trick yourself. And when that's on your dime and your time, fine. When it's on mine, not fine. That's a perfectly fair and valid point to make. So since then, he just hasn't been eating with you guys? Just eating at home? Okay. That's a him choice, right? Whenever it comes to coming to your house when you're hosting and intentionally being wasteful, I feel like you get a say in that. Do you not? Yoko, the dude was intentionally wasting food. Sounds like a mental disorder. The dude needs help. I mean, he started doing it because he didn't like... he still does it because he doesn't like feeling like, he doesn't like knowing that he cleared an entire plate. So he just fills it up again? I don't understand. Why is he still showing up if he ate at home? I guess because that's their social time, right? Yeah, even if it is, even if it is a disorder of any kind or something that he needs to be in therapy for, when it's not his food, it's not okay. When it is his food, cool, it's your choice, fine. Esplendid served knuckle sandwiches. He'll definitely take a second, according to history. Oi. Why was he invited if everybody knows how he is? That's a good question. So, okay, to that point, maybe having OP ahead of time, being like, okay, all right, Jay, we're not going to play your plate game this time. You get to fill your plate once. Once you're full, you're full. I am not giving you an extra plate of food just for you to throw it away. We are not doing that. Do you understand? Do you agree? And I mean, at least Jay is eating at home now so that he doesn't put this pain on other people, right? It's the other people that are reaching out and calling OP an asshole for it that I don't understand. I don't understand like what their investment here is unless Jay is just going and just putting on a big production about this. If you have watched the Four Seasons, is it Claude? Claude, the Italian guy. His partner says he lives in his own opera 24/7. I kind of imagine Jay being a little bit like that when it comes to him telling other people, getting other people riled up enough for them to call you and bitch you out for this. I feel like he's got to be putting on a show for it, right? I'm still sticking with NTA. I respect where you're at though, and it could have been handled differently. It could have been handled in private. And maybe doubling down is the problem too, right? Maybe doubling down is the issue. I'm still at NTA. Did you know I do a live stream? Yeah, it's crazy, right? Sundays at 9 p.m. Central and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central. Come hang out, read some stories, catch some feedback, be part of the fun.